I had a good childhood. I liked Pepe Le Pew. I liked Speedy Gonzales. Do you remember Speedy?
Arriba, arriba, ándale, ole. Arriba, arriba, arriba. Arriba, ándale, ole, ole.
Oh, Speedy, he like me.
Oh, that Speedy. Someday.
How can you not love Looney Tunes? How can you not love that constellation of fabulous characters? Well, if you're a crazy lib, welcome to America First with me, your host, Sebastian Gorka, coming to you from the ReliefFactor.com studios, broadcasting across the Salem universe, live streaming on YouTube as well. How strange is it that we have the New York Times saying that they must ban cartoons because Speedy Gonzales is racist? Everybody wanted to be Speedy Gonzales. He was the fastest guy on the planet. If you couldn't be the Flash, you wanted to be Speedy. But now he's racist? What, because he was too cool? Too fast? And poor Pepe Le Pew has to be cancelled. We live in a world where the governor of New York now has a fifth victim who's accusing him of sexual impropriety. But no, it's an imaginary French skunk that's the problem.
Hello, pot pie. How about a date? All right, chérie. The courtship is over. Oh, the adoration. Oh, the je vous adore. The je t'aime à vous, c'est ma sugar, n'est-ce pas? You are my peanut. I am your brittle.
You are my peanut, I am your brittle. How can you not love that man, even if he wasn't as lovable as he thought he was? Okay, guys, let's get serious for a second. Do you know what BlueAnon is? BlueAnon. This is all part and parcel of BlueAnon, the insanity of the left. A phrase that I think was just maybe coined recently in the last couple of days, but then became verboten, had to be banned. Why? The Urban Dictionary deleted the entry on BlueAnon and then, under pressure, put it back earlier today. Do you know what BlueAnon is? You've heard of QAnon, right? The threat to America from a bunch of insurrectionists that are going to reinstall the president. Yeah, come on, guys. The real threat is BlueAnon. This from the Urban Dictionary's reinserted definition. BlueAnon, a loosely organized network of Democrat voters, politicians, and media personalities who spread left-wing conspiracy theories such as the Russia hoax, the Juicy Smollett hoax, the Ukraine hoax, the Covington Kids hoax, and the Brett Kavanaugh hoax. BlueAnon adherents fervently believe that right-wing extremists are going to storm the Capitol Hill any day now and, quote-unquote, remove lawmakers from office. Hence the need for the deployment of thousands of National Guard stationed at the U.S. Capitol. Now, this all sounds funny, doesn't it? Cartoon characters, Dr. Seuss. Serious business, though, because that's true. There is a concerted effort to gaslight the nation, to make you question your own eyes, to question the validity of everything you know in your gut to be true, to such a point that you think you're the crazy one. Recently, the deputy director of the FBI, a woman by the name of Sanborn, who is in the slot where she is responsible for counterterrorism in the most famous, perhaps the most powerful law enforcement entity the world has ever seen, was asked by Senator Ron Johnson, not Don Johnson, Nancy. No, it's not Miami Vice. She actually said that last week. She thought that Ron Johnson was Don Johnson. No espadrilles, no lime-colored T-shirts here. Just a serious senator asking some serious questions about that day in January when a few people, some of them invited in, stormed Congress. And he asked the most pertinent question of all. Let's listen to Senator Ron Johnson. Click up.
How many firearms were confiscated in the Capitol or on Capitol grounds during that day?
To my knowledge, we have not recovered any on that day from any other arrests at the scene at this point. But I don't want to speak on behalf of Metro and Capitol Police,
Okay.
but to my knowledge, none.
So nobody's been charged with an actual firearm weapon in the Capitol or on Capitol grounds?
Correct. The closest we came was the vehicle that had the Molotov cocktails in it, and when we did a search of that vehicle later on, there was a weapon, but
How many shots were fired that we know of?
I believe the only shots that were fired were the ones that resulted in the death of the one lady.
So there's the facts of the case. We were told there was an insurrection, and there was going to be another one March 4th, right? Two questions. How many guns were found? How many weapons were found in the hands of those who roamed the halls of Congress? You have the Deputy Director of the FBI on record in a Senate hearing saying, none, zero, no firearms. And then, how many shots were fired? Well, none by the civilians who breached security. A police officer fired his sidearm. At who? An unarmed woman. Isn't it incredible? How much news has there been about one man who had his neck squashed under the knee of a police officer who's going on trial? How much news have we seen about the 19 black Americans shot who were unarmed? A whole movement erected called Black Lives Matter that cost the lives of another 40 Americans, half of them black, including a former retired police officer, David Dawn, who bled out live on camera on a Facebook post when he tried to protect his friend's store from the Antifa and Black Lives Matter rioters. One woman, I guess Deputy Director Sanborn doesn't know her name. Say her name, Jill Sanborn. It's Ashley Babbitt, a 14-year Air Force veteran shot in the neck, who likewise bled to death on camera. No firearms in the hands of those who breached congressional security. Yep, they did. They breached it. But no weapons in the hands of the quote-unquote insurrectionists. No shots fired by the people who, according to BlueAnon, are trying to take over the building that the people inside hold so sacred. Why? Because they're in it. Not because of what it represents in form of representative government. Oh no, because they're the elite. And how many shots fired? By those who gained illegal entry? None, not one. But somebody did die at the hands of that police officer using his firearm. And her name is Ashley Babbitt. QAnon is a joke. It's a farce. BlueAnon is a threat to everything we hold sacred. I'm Sebastian Gorka. We have such a full show for you today. Sarah Carter in studio, John Solomon, Catalina Lauf, Niall Gardner, and you.